DBS News. Fresh in the morning, eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: former Director General of the Dominican Red Cross, Kathleen Peanut Burns, says she feels vindicated after being awarded $75,000 from the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court for defamation. News from the region this morning: St. Lucia says it is closely monitoring rising tensions between Venezuela and Guyana, as well as the deployment of U.S. military assets in the Caribbean near Venezuela. And a new wave of Russian strikes have killed at least 15 people in Ukraine. Details of the morning news right after this.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc., the biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. The news this morning is brought to you with compliments HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited, Fine Foods Inc., and Petro Caribe. My name is Curtis Matthew. The former Director General of the Dominica Red Cross, Kathleen Peanut Burns, says she feels vindicated after being awarded $75,000 by the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court for defamation. Mrs. Peanut Burns went to court 7 years ago against former Acting Director General of the Dominica Red Cross, Jamaican Jocelyn Salmon, and the Dominica Red Cross.
Following my retirement from the Dominica Red Cross, where I served for 25 years as Director General, the then Acting Director General, Mr. Jocelyn Salmon of Jamaica, made some comments to the media which impugned my reputation. This led me to initiate legal proceedings jointly against the Dominica Red Cross and Mr. Salmon. After 7 years in the system, the Eastern Caribbean Supreme Court ruled in my favor and awarded me $75,000 EC in general damages for defamation of character. This judgment also includes interest and legal costs to be paid. After 7 years, I view this judgment as justice served. As with most persons, my reputation is near and dear to me, and anyone who impugns this will have to face the consequences for so doing.
And that's the former Director General of the Dominica Red Cross, Kathleen Peanut Byrne. DBS News expects to hear from the Dominica Red Cross sometime today on this very important matter. Other news this morning, the community policing team of the Dominica Police Force is to continue to embark on a massive derelict vehicle removal campaign. Chairman of the Police Welfare Association, Davidson Andrew Jr. says, so far, the campaign has removed over 150 derelict vehicles from the surrounding.
One of the other initiative by the community policing team is one of derelict vehicle removal. One of the major concerns impacting various communities across the island is one of derelict vehicles. The obstruction of the free flow of traffic, congestion it creates, and the environmental and health challenges these vehicles pose to our communities. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force has teamed up with the Solid Waste Management Corporation to rid the streets of these vehicles. To date, over 150 of these vehicles have been removed from various locations across the island and disposed of at the Fonkole landfill. Approximately over 300 derelict vehicles have been tagged for removal across Dominica. Consequently, this has significantly reduced congestion, eliminate traffic hazards, and improve the cleanliness and safety of our communities, much to the delight of the public.
And that's the chairman of the Police Welfare Association, David Andrew Jr. Other news, the police will observe Police Week from September 21 to the 28th. Acting Police Chief Lincoln Corbett wants the public to cooperate with the police for the success of Police Week 2025.
This year again, we will be celebrating Police Week. In the month of September, the proposed date is September 21st to 28th under the theme, Serving with Pride, Protecting with Purpose. Again, we'll give more details as the time gets closer, but we intend to celebrate Police Week again in a big way this year. Again, to showcase the police and to reward officers for the hard work that they've done over the years. So I invite you, and you're welcome to celebrate with us and to participate in our activities. Again, I said more information will be given as we go along. But we encourage you to partner with us and to be a friend of the police.
And that's the Acting Police Chief, Lincoln Corbett. Other news this morning, the Chief Executive Officer and founder of Places Academy, Marcia Saint-Hilaire, says her new early childhood facility will be different as they are set to begin operation in September. Places Academy is located on 27 Independence Street and will accept children from 1 to 5 years old.
I live in Washington, D.C. I am slowly transitioning to Dominica. One of the things, right now in the U.S., I run 4 schools of early childhood up to age 12. On my frequent visits, I've seen that the early childhood space is a little bit neglected, right? And I wanted to bring the success that we have in the U.S. to Dominica. So we're talking from 1 year, toddlers, 1 year old. Early childhood usually stems from birth to 8 years old because this is the most formidable years of any human being. That's when brain development is at its best. We're going to be located at 27 Independence Street, the former Parade of Fashion or CP Pharmacy. In this building, we'll be occupying this building to service children from 1 year to 5 years old. Yeah, we call it a camp because eventually we're going to add the primary years and the older years. We're laying the foundation right now to, so people can see what we and see the results of how we get to the primary years. So we need to do more hands-on. So what we're bringing is learning through play, project-based, right? A child's first learning is through activity. And I think that has been taken away because we're all on academics. You got to read the books. So it's become very stressful. Kids are going to school and they're stressed. So much work, they don't have time to have fun. Learning is fun.
Chief Executive Officer and founder of Places Academy, Marcia Saint-Hilaire-Fien. Local CXC Registrar Magali Celestine says there were mixed results for Dominican students at the 2025 CXC exams. The CXC results for Dominican students were announced earlier this week.
In terms of Dominica's overall performance at the 2025 CSEC exams, the following are noteworthy. 204 candidates, or 30%, passed 5 or more subjects, including mathematics and English A. That's 3% less than 2024. 376 candidates, or 54%, passed 5 or more subjects with grades 1, 2, or 3 in either mathematics and or English A. That's 7% less than 2024. 142 candidates, or 21%, passed neither mathematics nor English A, but we are 2% better than 2024. 256 candidates, or 37%, passed less than 5 subjects in total with either grades 1, 2, or 3, and that's 7% more than 2024. 43 candidates, or 6%, left school, unfortunately, with 0 subjects. And that represents 30 of our males and 13 females. And we are just 1% better than 2024. In total, 41 students, 13 males and 28 females, from 12 out of our 14 secondary schools and 1 private school obtained 6 or more grade 1s in the 2025 CSEC exams based on the preliminary results.
Local CXC Registrar Magali Celestine. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force has paid tribute to ex-Superintendent of Police Coffee Williams on his passing. A statement from the police said, Mr. Williams was an exemplary police officer who served his country with pride, honor, and distinction. The police statement said his passing has left the force in deep mourning, especially among those whose life he touched and positively impacted his years of service. The police extend heartfelt sympathies to the family and loved ones of Mr. Williams during this difficult time. The statement ended by saying he's gone, but will never be forgotten. The court in Dominica is to decide tomorrow whether there is sufficient evidence to commit the double murder accused Jonathan Lair to the High Court for trial. Lair and his co-accused Robert Snyder are on remand for the December 2023 murder of Echo Resort owner Daniel Langwa and his partner Dominic Marchand in the Soufriere area. The preliminary inquiry into the matter is nearing completion.
On Friday, the 29th of August, 2025, we go to court again in respect of the double murder matter. The preliminary inquiry is coming to an end. We have submitted all the evidence. And on Friday, we are awaiting a ruling in respect of the committal of Jonathan Lair and Robert Snyder, his co-accused, for that particular matter. When I say committal, I mean to be committed to the High Court for trial. And the state believes that we have a real prospect of obtaining a committal on Friday. But I can say that we are waiting a ruling in respect of committal.
And that's the Director of Public Prosecutions, Shema Dalrymple. St. Lucia says it is closely monitoring rising tensions between Venezuela and Guyana, as well as the deployment of U.S. military assets in the Caribbean near Venezuela. Prime Minister Philip J. Pierce said they are concerned about the escalation. He said the region must remain peaceful and they are completely against any sort of violence, both internally and regionally. Pierre said that St. Lucia would be monitoring the situation and waiting for the official response from the Caribbean community, CARICOM. A new wave of Russian strikes have killed at least 15 people in Ukraine. 4 children are among those killed. The president of Ukraine, Volodymyr Zelensky, says Russia is using weapons instead of the negotiating table. Meanwhile, Ukraine's armed forces report hitting an oil refinery in Russia's southern region. Moscow says it intercepted 102 Ukrainian drones last night. It is 16 minutes after 7 o'clock. That's the morning news. Don't go away. The sports report comes up shortly.
Need one trusted place to stock up for your home, shop, or business? Fine Foods Inc. Distribution has got you covered. From dry goods and frozen foods to your favorite drinks, alcoholic and non-alcoholic, plus all the household must-have. We've got it all under one roof. We're right here in Jimmy Dominica. And yes, we deliver fast. Whether you're running a supermarket, a corner shop, a bar, or just like your pantry full and happy, Fine Foods Inc. brings you the best brands you know and love. Great prices, top-tier service, trusted products. Call us at 255-6810 or 316-0164 or drop by our Jimmy location to check out what's in store. Fine Foods Inc.
Fine Foods Inc. The biggest distributor for the biggest brand.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from NBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your mobile banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with basketball news. The clash of the Titans lived up to all of the hype, but when the dust settled, it was the Dr. Daru Pichler Sports Club Falcons walking away as the only undefeated team in the DABA Division 1 League after pulling off a hard-fought win over the West Coast Ballers in overtime last night. Zach Bastier put the Falcons on his back as he got a game-high 45 points as the Falcons edged out the West Coast Ballers 80-79 in overtime. Kareem Daniel also got 14 points. Kioma Telemark added 11 for the Falcons, while the West Coast ballers, who came from 15 down in the fourth quarter to force overtime, Dean Vidal had 24 and Sharon Vidal 17. The Falcons now top the points table with 7 wins. Meanwhile, in the other Division 1 match, the Dennis Charles Pemberton Seahawks beat the Perkins Pizza 767 Sports Club Young Ballers 52-44. Kirsten Peters had 17 and Clem Nicholas 14 for the Seahawks, while Andel Olivache had 24 for the Perkins Pizza Young Ballers. The league continues tonight with the Detroit Blazers taking on the Canefield Tigers. That match is at 7. The Police Sports Club playing the Happy 767 Sports Club Dominators at 9 o'clock. President of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne, says the DFA is starting to see the benefits of its regional training center. His comments at a special recognition ceremony for the National Under-14 Girls football team Wednesday. The team placed second at the recently held CFU Under-14 Football Challenge in Trinidad. Etienne says the training center has made strides in developing football at the grassroots level.
I must also extend deep appreciation to our technical department under the leadership of Technical Director Mr. Jerome Bagwell. Your vision, guidance, and support provided the direction that helped this team shine. Importantly, this success did not come overnight. Many of these young girls have been training not only through national team setup, but also through our national regional training centers. This additional training time has been a key factor in their progress. The DFA is now remodeling the regional training center and creating a national academy model. With this structure, we'll be able to develop players up to under 16 level, providing continuity and greater support. This is not just about today's success, but about preparing for tomorrow, including the CONCACAF, Girls Under 15 Championship next year, which you all girls will be participating in. Where we are confident, our girls will once again make Dominica proud.
And that's the president of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne. The team received a hero's welcome with a motorcade through the streets of Roseau and a welcome reception at the Pastoral Center at Monbruce. Meanwhile, Etienne says the players will be rewarded.
Their performance has united Dominica, inspired hope, and instilled a deep sense of national pride. And I must say the Dominica Football Association will make a monetary contribution to each and every girl here today. As a Dominica Football Association, we reaffirm our commitment to these young ladies, not only for their continued football development, but for their growth as leaders, role models, and ambassadors of our country. To our girls, hold your heads high. You are pioneers, history makers, and above all, champions of our heart.
President of the Dominica Football Association, Glenn Etienne. Meantime, Minister of State with responsibility for sports, Senator Oscar George, says the ladies will serve as inspiration for future generations.
We saw you playing with your heart, with courage, and of course with great skill and determination. But most importantly, we noticed what you were able to achieve, and what you did will serve as inspiration for other young girls who have a dream to represent Dominica one day. So of course, many young girls have seen what you have done, and they want to emulate what you have done in the next coming years. So I urge you not to underestimate what you were able to achieve in the competition. You know, as I said in our books, you're a champion. So I take this opportunity on behalf of the government and people of Dominica to congratulate you for your efforts in Trinidad. What you have done is nothing short of amazing. So I congratulate you, and of course we look forward to seeing bigger and better things.
A Minister of State with responsibility for sports, Senator Oscar George. Government will also provide the footballers with brand new laptops. Dominica put an end to their 3-match losing streak at the 5th ECCB International Netball Series as they beat Montserrat as that tournament continued last night. Dominica picked up an easy win, 62-20, to register their first win of the tournament. Team captain Galen Serafin says despite the slow start, the team is making some progress.
Yes, a win is always motivational to the team. Despite our losses, I'm very proud of the girls because compared to the 4th ECCB in St. Lucia, we have seen great improvement. So
I thought the St. Lucia game was a good one because you were competitive for the first 2 quarters.
Yes, it was, and so was the St. Vincent game as well.
Tell us about netball in Dominica. How's it going? How's the development of netball going in Dominica?
Well, you know, it's a struggle with finances and everything like that, but the association as well as the sports department, we're trying to revive and motivate netball in Dominica.
A national netball team captain Galen Serafin. Dominica was set to take on the Cayman Islands this morning. That game was scheduled for a 6:30 start. We will bring you details of that game between Dominica and the Cayman Islands. It should have started at 6:30 this morning. Let's go back to some cricket news. Half centuries for Alex Hales and Casey Carty as the Trinbago Knight Riders crushed the Antigua and Barbuda Falcons as matches continued last night in the Republic Bank CPL. Antigua took the first knock. They reached 146 for 7 in their 20 overs. Joel Andrew, the youngster, made 40. Imad Wazim, 37 not out. Mohamed Amir took 3 for 22, and Akil Hossein 2 for 25, Andre Russell 2 for 23. The Knight Riders got 152 for 2 in 18.4 overs. Carty made 60, Alex Hales 55 not out. The Knight Riders won by 8 wickets. Tonight is the St. Lucia Kings taking on St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots from 7 o'clock. Olympic gold medalist Thea Laffogatson will go in search of a top 3 finish in the Diamond League as she participates in the triple jump finals of the Diamond League leg in Zurich this afternoon. Thea Laffo is entering the final competition in 3rd place overall in the point standings with 20 points. Jamaica's Shanika Ricketts is in 1st place on 28 points, and Cuba's Perez Hernandez is 2nd on 23 points. The triple jump is set to get underway at 12:20 this afternoon. Thea Laffogatson is among 6 jumpers in the final. Thea has spent most of 2025 recovering from a surgical procedure she had done after the 2024 Olympics and has not yet returned to her top form for the season. Her season's best so far is 14.45 meters, which is a good distance over national record of 15.02 meters. Despite not being at her best for 2025 as she recovers from injury, Thea Laffogatson is entering the competition ranked number 3 in the world. Some boxing news now. A number of boxing officials are now better prepared to officiate at boxing bouts. This following the conclusion of a 3-day workshop for boxing referees and judges organized by the Dominica Boxing Association. The course, which was facilitated by international boxing referee Joseph Fadul, was held ahead of tomorrow's major boxing event, in fact Saturday's major boxing event at the Massac Indoor Facility. Boxing Association President Job Joseph.
First, I'd like to thank Mr. Fadul for a wonderful job. 3 days of training, and we know now boxing a lot of new rules, and he's on top of his game. The boxers will be happy because they know to have good boxers, as in any sport, to have good sportsmen, you need good officials. And if what Mr. Fadul has taught the new officials, both judges and referees, and they put it into practice, we'll have a very, very good competition on Saturday. And Mr. Fadul went even further and get overseas people to help during the sessions, and this was brilliant. So I think there were very good 3 days of teaching the sport of boxing, how to referee, how to judge. It's a high-level program by Mr. Fadul.
And that's the Boxing Association President Job Joseph. A number of the participants felt that the course helped them to become better officials.
Well, of course, I'm Azof Irish and I attended the 3-day training, and I can tell you it was very refreshing. I mean, Mr. Fadul knows his stuff, and we got some good insight in terms of what we should do, in refereeing, looking at the quality, shots and blows as the boxer is getting, so that you can make a decision. Indeed, I can tell you, it really helped to sharpen my skills and my knowledge, and I'm looking forward to the bouts on this weekend.
Okay, my name is Abigail Timali, and during the 3 days training, it was very informative. I learned a lot of things that I didn't know about refereeing, and I see myself refereeing.
All right, I'm Cameron Agustin, and I attended this training because Mr. Job told me about it. I'm a boxer, former boxer, and I just want to thank Mr. Fadul for his sharing his knowledge with us, and it's going to help me in the ring, definitely. So I'm looking forward to refereeing and practicing at least what I learned here today. And I'm going to try my best to be the best referee in Dominica abroad as well.
Some of the participants of the big boxing workshop, and you heard from them, that workshop, of course, well done by the one in charge, Joseph Fadul, our very own Joseph Fadul, conducting the workshop for the officials, and that comes ahead of the major boxing clash at the Masak Indoor facility on Saturday night. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports. We'll bring you a news update at 11 o'clock this morning, another major news package at 1:15 on behalf of the News and Sports departments, and our link person, Hazari Williams. Curtis Matthew saying good morning. Let's go out and have a fantastic day today.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Here's a quick tip from MBD.
A quick tip from the National Bank of Dominica Limited. Scammers may send fake emails or texts. Remember, NBD will never ask you to reset your more banking password or share your card PIN, CVV, or other sensitive information this way. Stay alert. Stay secure. When in doubt, contact NBD, your partner, your bank.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, we'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And your Kalinago word for today is Urbanahu. That's Urbanahu.